Yesterday, we stood together. Your hand in mine. Could
I love that tune. Really, it's really nice. Okay, the music is great, but we have to go with the actual gameplay. My name is PolishLynx, of course. The game is called, as you can see, Always Remember Me by Winter Wolves. It's a visual novel, of course. How should I say, of course? I try to record different types of games, but well, I guess visual novels are the type that arrives on my channel in the biggest amount. So let's start. Always remember me. Hard difficulty, of course, standard intro. We were talking together, hand in hand, watching as the sun descended beneath the horizon. The evening was wearing on, and the warm colors of twilight were starting to fade from the sky. I don't know what to do. You're doing enough. Don't worry about things so much. But he still doesn't approve of me. Do you think he doesn't like my job? Maybe he thinks it doesn't earn enough money. Or that I should be doing something better. I would like to do more, but it's the best part-time job I could find. His eyes were sympathetic as he looked down at me. My worried expression. I know he feels bad that his father, Osher, was creating so much grief for us, but I also knew that the situation was going to be difficult when I decided to stay with him. I don't think it's your work. He can be pretty stubborn. I know some people think that I could be better, do better. It's not like a job at an ice cream parlor is anything special. That's awesome. Free ice cream every day. I'm attending my first year of college for creative writing. It's a natural fit since I've always loved to write poetry and prose. I had to take a part-time job during the summer to pay for my studies. Some girls in my classes have really good summer jobs. Honestly, I don't think he'd approve of any girl without a lot of persuading first. I don't think it's anything personal. He's just being stubborn. Yes, but after all this time, I really thought that he would have warmed up to me by now. By the way, we have to play as her. You know, we have culture, creativity, romance, discipline. Each one stands for... Okay, I don't have to explain this. That's stupid. Okay, also we have 4 different male characters. We are going with that one, Aaron, because he appeared first in the game, I guess. I know that's probably a weird idea to choose, but I'm a guy, I don't prefer guys. I would prefer Amaranta. Okay, after that we have morale, energy. It's important. Okay, we have to keep morale high, energy, so we can survive. Let's go. Okay. He just doesn't understand that we are serious about our relationship. Or he doesn't want to understand. It's just so exasperating. Exasperating, since everyone else has been so supportive of us. He will come around eventually. It's just a matter of time. I hope so. I just wish he wouldn't object almost every time he finds out we're going out on a date. I know, but it will get better soon, I promise. We reached the staircase that led back to the boardwalk and parking lot. Even over the sand dunes, I could see where Aaron's motorcycle was parked. We were about to ascend the stairs when he stopped and turned around to face me. He took my other hand in his and leaned down, gently kissing me on the lips. I couldn't help but smile slightly, feeling my anxiety melt away. Don't look so worried all the time, okay? You're much more beautiful when you are smiling, Amy. I returned the smile and leaned up to kiss him again. "You're such a romantic!" "You make it sound like a big thing." We both laughed as we ascended the stairs, still hand in hand. This is definitely how it should be. I will feel so safe with him at my side. "Let's go home, alright?" "Okay, but we can stop for ice cream first. I get an employee discount on everything, you know." "Sure." "They have the best new type of ice cream sundae now. We should split one." "Sounds good." My smile grew brighter as pleasant thoughts passed through my mind. Why don't you have a helmet? Seriously. This is a bike. Motorbike. And you don't wear a helmet. Helmets. Both of you should have a helmet on your head. He mounted his motorcycle and I sat on the back, wrapping my arms around his middle and holding on tightly. I rested my head against his broad shoulders and let a contented sigh escape my lips as the engine started up. The sun disappeared beneath the horizon and the darkness of night began to overtake the sky. By the way, we have a date here, some money, and the day is divided into 7 stages. I don't remember actually what are those stages, but we'll see. No, there's night now. So, okay. We speed out of the parking lot in less than a minute and on the nearly empty road that led back into town. The trees blurred as we flowed down the road. We were only driving for a short while before a strange feeling of foreboding settled over me. I shivered involuntarily despite the warm temperature and squeezed Aaron tightly, watching as it got darker and darker on the one-way road. I was thinking of what to make for us for breakfast in the morning when we reached an intersection. We waited patiently for the light to change color, and when the green circle let off its artificial glow, Aaron resumed driving. We had just entered the intersection when, very suddenly, I heard it. "What?" I looked up, eyes wide with confusion, to see another car barreling down the road, swerving back and forth as it approached us. Aaron tried to stare away from the oncoming vehicle, but there was no hope of evasion. The car made no attempt to brake as it passed through the red light and collided with us. All I remembered before the hellacious sound of the crash and losing consciousness was Aaron turning the motorcycle to try and protect me from being directly hit. When I opened my eyes, the brightness of the lights above me were almost blinding. Though I had never spent very much time in a hospital, I recognized the scent of disinfect and various other cleaners to be similar to what one smelled in a doctor's office. "Where am I?" It took me another moment of waiting for my eyes to adjust to the bright lights before I remembered what had happened. My eyes widened in horror at the vividness of the memory. "Aaron!" "Ooh, your morale got down." Which actually is not weird. I sat up abruptly, feeling a dull arch when I moved. Stomach ache. A word ache, actually. A nurse out in the hallway heard my sudden cry and quickly hurried inside my room. "Miss, please lay back down. You weren't seriously injured in the crash, but we would like you to rest before we decide if you're ready to be released." "Okay, no matter me." "Nurse, you are mine." "I will be looking after you until that time comes. Your injuries are minimal, only minor bruising, but we can't let you leave just yet." We were in a car accident, right?" "That's correct, but please lay back down. We are very glad to see you conscious, but rest is imperative." I reluctantly laid back down, but I was completely awake and not letting the woman leave before I heard a proper explanation. "Can you tell me what happened? What about the man who was with me? Aaron, Is he okay? The nurse's expression seemed to darken slightly when I mentioned him, which made me worry even more. What happened? I have to know. I'm not fully aware of the situation. I need to call Dr. Rainer. He can explain everything to you. I waited impatiently, dissatisfied with the nurse's quick departure. It only took a few moments for a handsome young man in a doctor's uniform to enter the room. I was surprised to see that he wasn't all that much older than Aaron, and I am most likely a fresh graduate out of medical school. Good evening. Emmy, I'm very glad to see you awake. My name is Eddie Rainer, but you can call me Eddie. Hello, doctor, the man said with a warm smile, revealing perfectly white teeth. Yeah, good evening. What time is it? Is it still Saturday? Actually, it's technically Sunday. It's 3 in the morning. I'd be happy to answer your questions, but you should probably get back to bed soon. I'm not doing anything until I find out what happened to Aaron. The young man doctor's smile faded, his reaction much like the nurse's. Unable to hold back my growing worry, I found myself starting to yell as tears gathered in my eyes. I have to know what happened to him. Please, is he alright? Eddie stood up and nodded toward the door, not motioning for me to follow. I felt my heart sink, then begin to fill with cold dread. He noticed the fear in my expression and gave me a brief explanation. I'd rather show you his current condition, but I assure you he's fine and his life is no longer in danger. He has sustained a head injury. He will recover, and it doesn't seem to have done any severe damage, but he has lost some of his memories. We are still trying to observe the specifics of just what he has forgotten. As the nurse probably told you, your injuries are minimal. Please follow me. I can take you to him, so you can see that he's alright. I heard pulling on a pair of slippers that had been left beside my bed, and followed after the young doctor as he led me out of my hospital room and into the hallway, listening attentively to every word he said. From what I can tell, he was trying to protect you during the crash. We're keeping you overnight for observation, but other than some bruises, you are perfectly okay. You don't have any broken bones or severe internal bleeding, thanks to Aaron's efforts. I felt my heart wrench as I followed him through the hallways. He wasn't walking very quickly, apparently conscientious of how tired I felt. Aaron. From what we can tell, Aaron is suffering from amnesia. He still retains long-term memories, but recent ones from the past few years are hazy or non-existent. He's quite a bit confused at the moment, so we want to be sure not to cause him any unnecessary emotional stress. We need him to regain his memory in his own, but it will be in slow steps. I see. This is my studio. I know this is a lot to take in, so please feel free to ask me any questions you might have. He still remembers his family, but he doesn't seem to recall anything from recent years. You mean he doesn't remember me? I'm sorry. We asked him about having a girlfriend, but he doesn't seem to remember anyone by the name of Emmy. I feel the tears I'd been determined not to cry welling up again, ready to fall. I see. We walked through a doorway and into a room with a glass window that let me see into Aaron's room. I'm sorry to ask this of you, but since we don't want to cause him any grief or aggravate his condition, I must ask you, do not meet with him yet. He's very confused and needs rest. I understand. God damn it. I remained there for a long time, watching him and letting tears silently slip down my cheeks as two nurses spoke to Aaron, who wore a perplexed expression. How could you forget all about me? Ooh. Okay. You can now move between locations using the map. Right now you can only return back to your home, but later in the game you will be able to move where you want. The town's gym. It's expensive, but has lots of training equipment. Hospital. So, what exactly am I supposed to do now? I have to go... Okay, I can only go to home. We'll go to home, because there's no other option, but that will not happen now, but in the next episode. Hopefully you enjoyed that one, and see you then. Bye!